In 2021, a survey of over 1,000 Americans found nearly two-thirds had eaten plant-based meat alternatives in the past year. Many cited potential health and environmental benefits as their motivation. But are these alternative meats actually better for us and the planet? First, let's introduce the contenders. Meat from butchered animals, which we call family meat, is a complex structure of muscle fibers, connective tissues, and fat. You may recognize meat from its role in the human diet stretching back to a species' very beginnings. Our next challenger, the plant-based meat alternative, may look and taste like meat, but is built with protein, carbohydrate, and fat, and other molecules from plants. Transforming plant molecules into something that resembles meat takes effort. Meat's fibrous texture is created by long, rod-like proteins. To replicate this structure, a plant bowl-shaped proteins can be pushed through an extruder device, which forces them to unwind and join into long filaments. To mimic animal fat, companies mix in fat and oil extracted from plants. One popular brand adds a beef juice pigment that changes the patty's color as it cooks. Another adds an iron-containing molecule called heme, which the team say is key to its meaty flavor. The resulting products come in many forms. Finally, our last entrant, lab-grown meat. Also known as cell-based meat and cultured meat, these products begin as animal stem cells that the researcher coax to multiply and form into muscle. It's worth noting that lab-grown meat are largely still in development, so the exact process may change when they are produced at a greater commercial scale. So which meat or lookalike is best for your health? Farmed meat is a vital source of protein and nutrients for many people, but the researchers have also found links between diets high in red and processed meat and health concerns like type 2 diabetes and heart disease. One 2012 study concluded that swapping red meat for other options like chicken, nuts, or legumes for one meal a day can potentially reduce mortality risk by 7 to 19%. There is not enough data to know whether replacing red meat with a plant-based patty would have the same effect. Plant-based meat, while containing just as much protein, calories, and iron as farmed meat, are highly processed and therefore high in sodium. And many contain coconut oil, which has a lot of saturated fat, and like red meat, may elevate heart disease risk. Lab-grown meat, meanwhile, has a potential to offer the same nutritional qualities and health risks as farmed meat, but we won't know for sure until the product development is farther along. So which contender is better for the environment? Animal agriculture generates an estimated 14.5% of human-caused greenhouse gas emissions. Researchers estimate that producing plant-based meat substitutes result in, on average, around 90% less greenhouse gas emissions than the equivalent amount of beef, 63% less than pork, and 51% less than poultry. Plant-based meat alternatives also tend to require far less land and water than the farmed meat, and the production results in much lower levels of pollutant running off farms and entering waterways, which threaten both the environment and public health. As for lab-grown meat, today the industry largely takes its stem cells from the muscle tissue of livestock. But how many animals will be required for these biopsies once production scales up? It also isn't clear to what degree alternative meat will reduce the environmental impact of the farmed meat industry. What if instead of replacing meat with alternatives, people continue to consume the same amount of farmed meat while also eating newer options? While the verdict is still out on which meat is nutritionally superior, if you care about the personal impact on animal welfare, public health, and the environment, plant-based meats tend to come out on top. And switching to meat alternative doesn't have to be all or nothing decision. In fact, a 2022 study estimated that foregoing red meat at just one meal a day can decrease your personal dietary carbon emission by as much as 48%.